This raises a couple of questions. First, how is that legal? What exactly went wrong and why? We'll talk about all that and more today on the Matt Walsh Show. Kamala's campaign didn't make any kind of argument refuting my position, of course. It's one thing to point out failures. What should those leaders be doing exactly? I'll get into that in a second. That's the good news. And those kinds of human beings are obviously extremely rare. So I find that fascinating. And I mean, impressive doesn't quite cover it. Look, I'm not saying that the only reason to believe in the moon landing is that Elon Musk said it happened. And if he's saying that we did, I find that to be pretty compelling. Let's talk about something that matters. Being a real man in a world that's trying to destroy masculinity. Society needs strong men now more than ever. While the Democrats are raking in cash to push their radical agenda, the conservative movement is being outspent and silenced. The media won't show you. Today on the Matt Walsh Show, one of the top public schools in the country sold its blueprints and everything else to the communist Chinese government. This raises a couple of questions. A couple of weeks ago, Kamala Harris's campaign went after me because I said that the Department of Education, along with the public school system, should be burned to the ground. Kamala's campaign didn't make any kind of argument refuting my position, of course. It's not like we invented the telephone and won 2 world wars or landed on the moon without a Department of Education or anything. We definitely need a Department of Education to do all of that stuff, even though we did that stuff without the department. And I responded to Kamala Harris's campaign outlining all the reasons why the Department of Education and our public school system are a complete disaster. So here's something weird for you. Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer appeared on a podcast with someone named Liz Plank, who is apparently some kind of feminist influencer. And for some reason, as part of this podcast, or in order to promote it, I don't know, they made this utterly bizarre video that has gone viral. What the hell are they doing? What is it supposed to be? I can't really answer those questions. Multiple states, including Tim Walz's state, have put laws on the books to protect post-birth abortion. That is just a fact. All throughout Biden's tenure, there was the incident of the trans activists going topless in the Rose Garden. We may remember that. There's the parade of weirdos that Biden has hired, some of whom turned out to be compulsive luggage thieves, and so on. And the common thread here is a total lack of dignity and decorum, among other things. But, there's nothing new about having elites who are power hungry and deceitful and obsessed with control and power. Elon Musk unveiled 3 new Tesla high-tech products, including a surprise autonomous passenger van at a highly anticipated event in California Thursday night. Musk rode up to the stage in a long-awaited driverless cyber cab that Tesla was expected to showcase during the evening, titled We Robot at Warner Brothers Studios. And then the newest generation of Tesla's humanoid robots also made their debuts during the reveal, which was live-streamed with more than 3.6 million viewers at one point. Tesla deployed 22 two-door fully autonomous cyber cabs for the driverless, talking about the robots. It can be a teacher or babysit your kids. It can walk your dog, mow your lawn, get the groceries, just be your friend, serve drinks. Let's just assume for a moment that the robot, that there's a little bit of showmanship going on with these robots here, and that's not fully AI. And before we even get into the possibility of robots taking over the planet and making us their slaves, which seems all but guaranteed at this point, even before that, how will there be any jobs left for humans to do 20 years from now? Which is, of course, a serious question that many people are asking. What's going to be left? If we get to the point where humanoid robots have the ability to perform all of the functions of human beings and perform them better, then what's left for humans to do? That's and how do you have a thriving human civilization where humans have nothing that they need to do? That's the question that we are facing, and a lot of people, I think, are assuming that, humans don't need to do things, right? There are not very many humans on Earth who can speak with actual authority about space travel. Elon isn't the only person who could talk about it, but he is in the privileged few. And listen, I am not one to pull out the old trust the experts canard most of the time. However, when it comes to something like space travel, it certainly does help to have a base of knowledge about this that goes beyond what you saw in a YouTube video. And so in this case, like, everyone who actually has experience with space travel, with building rocket ships, with doing all that, all of the people in that category are all saying that, yeah, we landed on the moon. Let's talk about something that matters, being a real man in a world that's trying to destroy masculinity. The radical left wants you to believe that being a man is somehow wrong, that we should all be weak, passive, and androgynous. But here's the truth. Society needs strong men now more than ever. That's where a responsible man comes in. Even seasoned experts are saying Harris's fundraising is unlike anything we've ever seen. Well, the Democrats are raking in cash to push their radical agenda. We've been fighting the culture wars with films like Am I Racist? The problem is that the film had a $190 million budget, probably about double that for marketing. And the first film, which grossed $1 billion worldwide, opened to more than double the 40 million figures. It was the follow-up to one of the most successful R-rated films of all time, and it had near total cultural penetration. The word of mouth here is that bad. Suffice it to say that this movie has not been a great success. In fact, the movie has failed by every possible measure, despite having every possible advantage. Well, the short answer is that the movie sucks, which should come as no surprise.